You better take a single, right? And I threw the ball towards, I just pushed it towards short point and I ran towards Srikanth. I said, come on Srikanth, run, come on man, run. And, he's standing there like a traffic cop. He says, no, wait. I turned like a mada truck and I drive here. Helmet mitti. And I look at the umpire, whether he's giving me out or not, I look at the umpire and the umpire says, not out. And the moment he says not out, something snapped within, something snapped. I said, "Bhaar mein jaye Gucci party, aisi mara jaya Gucci party." And I took my bat in the air and I said, "Waheguru ji ka Khalsa." Water is looking at this last day. What the hell is happening, And the next ball that Peter Taylor bowled, he just strikes the ball and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It was like a gunshot, boss. Miles in the air, Gagan Chumbi Chaka. It went so high in the air, it would have kissed an air hostess and come down. Way up there. It lost the ground, lost everything. Went outside the ground, And in the next 4 overs, 6 sixes. I'm batting 42. 6 sixes. 2 boundaries. No single, no double, no tikka. Gucci Paji out of the window. And in that Reliance Cup, let me tell you, and that's why I said, I won't be standing here. In that Reliance Cup, 5 50s in a row. 5 50s in a row. 42 sixes. It's a world record standstill day. Went on as a commentator. Harsha Bhole said, no, I don't know. Sidhu is no, straight, bilkul, simple Angrezi bowling. And Jeffrey Boycott is tearing me apart. He thought that because he was an Angrez, he had this galatfahmi, and he's tearing me apart for the first 2 days. I'm raring to go. I sit in meditation and slowly I'm talking to myself, what do I do? And the answer is, be yourself. I went to Harsha, I said, jawab nahi hai na, mera hat pare ऐसी तैसी बूढ़ी घोड़ी लाल लगाम छड़ना नहीं है Jeffrey Boycott मत दूंगा काट and in these in those days he was trying to woo Shilpa Shetty. 60 साल की उम्र he was trying to woo Shilpa Shetty and he says the first commentary session he says, oh look at the sun Navjot. That's his accent that he had. Look at the sun Navjot. It's exactly like Shilpa. Oh lovely day Falana. I looked at him. I said, Sir Jeffrey, Shilpa smiles at you because she thinks you are her father's best friend. That's why. Boom, like that, And says no, Sidhu. And this is recorded on the YouTube. How I ripped him apart, And that's what made me a hero, not Harsha. My originality made me a hero. And he said, no, Sidhu. I just celebrated my 28th birthday 3 days ago. I looked at him, I said, Sir Jeffrey, the last time you celebrated your birthday, the candles cost more than the cake. I said, when you lit it, it was like a prairie fire. You had to call the fire brigade, boss. No. I said, look at your bald head. Look at it. To a bald man, dandruff is thrilled. You can't even have dandruff, I said. He fell down, and he just couldn't get up, I said, the hair on the head was too in the brush for you, Sir Jeffrey. In the evening, I got a phone call from Jeffrey. The same man who had intimidated me, he rang me up and said, Mr. Sidhu, let's have dinner tonight. I knew that he's mean as a miser. Taxi I said, Joe, paying the bill, Sir Jeffrey? Yeah, I'm paying the bill. There is no shortcut to success. Amitabh Bachchan की picture नहीं कि 3 घंटे बाद कुछ होने वाले 4 थे करोड़पति बन गए. It's not going to be like that. I was thrown out of the Indian team in 1983 after years of hard work. I was thrown out of India after playing 2 test matches. One article in the Indian Express. One fine day, I came out of the bathroom and I saw my father was crying. I'd never seen my father cry and sob. I'd never seen him like that. And he hid the newspaper under the pillow. I ignored him and I went into other room. I was flabbergasted, you know. I was shocked, befuddled. And when he went to the courts, all my credibility, all my cricketing skills are a tribute to my father. It's a dream that I live because of him. And I came back and I pulled out that newspaper. It was an article written in the Indian Express which buried me. It said, Navjot Singh Sidhu, the strokeless wonder. Okay, so the shoddy like that. Now the press in India is very strong and not accountable also. They can infuse life in a corpse. Vice versa, a life in a kicking man can go into his grave if they want to. And I went into my grave. That's why I fared 3 newspapers, more than 3,000 swords. They can kill you. It buried me. I did not find myself in the 55 people that they selected for the zonal games. I was not in the zonal games. And that's what hurt my father. Believe you me, I cheated my father every day, and I want the younger generation to know this. When you become accountable to yourself, what changes? I would cheat my father every day. Every morning he would wake me up and ask me to go and train in the Baravali Gardens. मैं सवेरे 5 बजे उन्होंने मैंने उठाना, मैं दूसरे कमरे जाके सोया। नौकर ਨੂੰ 15 रुपये महीना रखा हुआ ਸੀਗਾ। फिर भाई तू झूठ बोलना, तू ये कह लेना भी वो सिद्धू साहब गए रनिंग करन गए काका जी। And after 2 hours of nice sleep, I would come back into the room, pour some water on my t-shirt, gilly करके, and my dad would ask, कितने राउंड बजा? 10 जी। Oh, बेटा था कि हम सो जा फिर था। Every day I was cheating, but that day, I became accountable here. I latched on to that door. I sobbed for about half an hour. I cried because I'd never seen my father in that state of mind. And I poured water in my Anjali because my father used to study the Vedas and the Guru Ki Bani, and he would say, if you want to take sacred vows, pour water in your Anjali and take those sacred vows. I pasted that article in my wardrobe, removed all colored clothing. Colored clothing I pasted that article in my wardrobe. It maybe has that streak in Patiala even now. Pasted that article in my wardrobe, took sacred vows. I would get up 4 o'clock every day, go to the ground, wake up my servants, took them along, water the pitch myself, roll the pitch myself, stay in the ground, just take 1 square meal a day, and in the evening I used to hit 300 sixes every day. My hands would bleed. They would bleed for the first 3 months. My hand would bleed. I had designed special gloves which would soak that blood. And in the end, 4 mahine baad there was no blood after about 4 months, And I would keep on hitting sixes, 300 sixes every day. In the night I would come back. There was a pitch laid in my backyard, a cemented pitch. All my pocket money would go as chocolates to youngsters who would bowl from 15 yards. They would bowl from 15 yards. Choti ball ka, ether ka, chote distance to bala ball ka, Malcolm Marshall ki speed ho jati. 12 o'clock in the night, I would be batting. And there were instances where food would be laid on the table and I was sleeping with my pads on. I would get up with my pads on. And it is only after 4 years of hard labor, my father died in between. And a part of me died. But my close associates told me if I had to realize a dream that he visualized for me, I had to work hard. I continued working hard. And in the end, that opportunity of playing in the Sheesh Mahal tournament and then graduating into the Reliance World Cup 87, the story of Gucci Paji, those 550s, that world record, and then going to Dubai, Ravi Shastri throws a newspaper at me. He says, "Seth, there's something wonderful written about you. Read this, boss." I said, "What?" He said, "Padh ke dekh, maza aa jayega." It's the Khalij Times. The Khalij Times on the front page has an article written by Rajan Bala, who wrote 4 years ago that I'm a strokeless wonder. The same person on the front page of the Khalij Times writes, Navjot Singh Sidhu, from a strokeless wonder to a palm groove 6-hitter. That's what it is. I got nothing to offer you. I got nothing to offer you, young people. It's all about blood, sweat, toil, and tears. There are classrooms that I go to and I ask them, what is the biggest room in this world? I ask people, what is the biggest room in the world? They just